Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am your host Dan, and I am so happy you are here with us today. Whether you are walking, cooking, or just relaxing at home, thanks for joining our English learning family. Today, we have a very cool topic. Literally, we are talking about winter, and I am not alone. Please say hello to my good friend, Anna.
Hi, Dan. Hi, everyone. It is so good to be here. I'm feeling a little bit cold today, to be honest, so this topic is perfect.
I agree. I looked out my window this morning and saw snow falling. Beautiful white snow covering the streets. It really felt like winter is finally here.
It is beautiful, but it also means I need to find my heavy jacket. I looked everywhere this morning, the closet, the chair, the couch. I almost couldn't find it.
That is a classic winter struggle. Today, Anna and I are going to help you talk about this season. We will learn words for the weather, clothes, activities, and even some funny idioms. We will speak slowly and clearly so it is easy for beginners to follow. Anna, let's start with the basics. What exactly is winter?
Well, winter is one of the 4 seasons. We have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In most places, winter is the coldest season of the year.
That's right. And it happens at different times depending on where you live. In the northern part of the world, like in Canada or the UK, winter is in December, January, and February.
But in the southern part of the world, like in Australia or South America, winter is in June, July, and August.
It's amazing how the Earth works, isn't it? So listeners, when we talk about winter, the first thing we usually mention is the weather. Weather is a great topic for small talk. That means light, casual conversation. Anna, if it is just a little bit cold, what word do we use?
We use the word chilly. If I need a light jacket, I say, it is chilly this morning.
Okay, but what if it's very, very cold, like below 0 degrees?
Then we say it's freezing. Freezing is much stronger than cold. You might say, I'm freezing. Let's go inside.
I'm freezing. I say that all the time. Now, another big part of winter is the white stuff falling from the sky. We call that snow.
I love snow. It makes everything look clean and white. We can use snow as a noun, like look at the snow, or as a verb, like it is snowing a lot today.
But we have to be careful, right? Because when snow stays on the ground and gets hard, it becomes ice.
Yes, ice is very slippery. Slippery means it is easy to fall down. I almost slipped this morning on the sidewalk. You have to walk very carefully, step by step.
I'm glad you're okay, Anna. We also have a beautiful word for that thin layer of ice you see on windows or grass in the morning. That is called frost.
It's so pretty, but it means it's a frosty morning, and I definitely need to bundle up.
Bundle up. That is a great phrase. Listeners, to bundle up means to wear a lot of warm clothes. Anna, what are you wearing today to stay warm?
Well, I am wearing layers. That means I have many pieces of clothing on top of each other. I have a t-shirt, then a sweater, and then my big winter coat.
Good idea. What else?
I have a scarf around my neck. My grandmother made it for me, so it's extra warm. And I have gloves for my hands.
Some people wear mittens, right? What is the difference between gloves and mittens?
Gloves have separate spaces for each finger. Mittens keep your fingers together except for the thumb. I prefer gloves because I can still use my phone.
That is very practical. And don't forget your head.
Never. I always wear a hat. Sometimes people call it a beanie. It covers my ears because my ears get very cold quickly.
And on your feet?
Boots. Winter boots are tall shoes that keep your feet dry in the snow. They usually have a good grip on the bottom so you don't slip on the ice.
So we have a coat, a scarf, gloves, a hat, and boots. Now we're ready to go outside. Anna, what do people like to do for fun in the snow?
One classic activity is building a snowman. You roll 3 big balls of snow and stack them up. Then you use a carrot for the nose and sticks for the arms.
I love snowmen. They make winter feel so playful. What about something more exciting?
There are many winter sports. Some people like skiing, that's when you slide down a mountain on long flat boards, or snowboarding, which is similar but you use just one board.
I tried skiing once. I spent more time falling than skiing. It was very difficult.
It takes practice. Another fun one is ice skating. You wear special boots with blades and glide across the ice rink.
I look like a baby giraffe on ice. I prefer sledding. You just sit on a plastic board and slide down a hill. It's simple and so much fun for kids and adults.
And of course, there are snowball fights. You make small balls of snow and throw them at your friends. It's a game, but your hands can get very cold.
That sounds like a lot of energy. To be honest, Anna, sometimes I don't want to go out at all. I just want to stay inside.
I understand. Winter is also the season of being cozy.
Cozy, that is my favorite winter word. Listeners, cozy means warm, comfortable, and relaxing. Imagine being inside with a soft blanket, a good book, and a warm fire.
That sounds perfect. And when it's cold outside, we usually want to eat comfort food.
What is comfort food?
It is food that makes you feel emotionally good and warm. In winter, people love soups, stews, and chili. These meals really warm you up.
And don't forget the drinks. Hot chocolate with marshmallows is the best winter drink. Or maybe a hot cup of tea or coffee.
Holding a warm cup in your hands feels so comforting. It's like a little hug for your body.
I love that. Now, Anna, winter isn't just about the weather. It also changes how we feel. Sometimes the short days and long nights make me feel a bit sad or tired. Some people call this the winter blues.
Yes, the lack of sunlight can make you feel lazy or sleepy. Sometimes I feel like a bear. I just want to hibernate.
Hibernate. That is when animals sleep all winter long. Sometimes I want to stay in bed and sleep until spring comes.
Me too. But winter is also a time for traditions and holidays. We have Christmas, New Year, and many other celebrations. It feels very festive.
It does. People spend more time with family, they decorate their houses, and they share special meals. It brings people together.
And it can even be romantic. Couples walking in the snow, holding hands to stay warm. It's very sweet.
Okay, Anna, let's look at some interesting idioms related to winter. These are expressions that use winter words but have a different meaning. The first one is to break the ice.
Oh, that's a useful one. It doesn't mean breaking real ice with a hammer. It means to do or say something to make people feel comfortable when you first meet them.
For example, at a meeting, I might tell a joke to break the ice, or I could give a compliment like, "I love your sweater."
Exactly. What about the next one? To give someone the cold shoulder.
This one means to be unfriendly or to ignore someone. If I'm angry at you and I don't talk to you all day, I'm giving you the cold shoulder.
That's not nice, Dan. I hope you don't do that. Here's another one. To be on thin ice.
This means to be in a risky or dangerous situation. If you were late for work every day, you were on thin ice with your boss. You might lose your job.
Ouch. And what about to get cold feet?
This means to become too scared to do something you had planned. For example, a person might get cold feet right before their wedding and decide not to get married.
Or you might want to ask your boss for a raise, but then you get cold feet at the last second and walk away.
That happens to many people. Okay, here's a funny one. Not to have a snowball's chance in hell.
That's a strong one. It means to have no chance at all. If you take a snowball to a very hot place like hell, it will melt instantly. So if I say, I have a snowball's chance in hell of winning the lottery, it means I will definitely not win.
Be careful with that one, though. Some people don't like the word hell, so it is best to use it only with your friends.
Good point. What about to put something on ice?
This means to delay or postpone a plan. If a company doesn't have enough money for a new project, they might put it on ice until next year.
I see. And one more. When hell freezes over.
This means something will never happen. If I say I will go bungee jumping when hell freezes over, it means I am never, ever going to do it.
I feel the same way about waking up at 5 a.m. to go running.
Me too. Well, Anna, we have covered a lot today. We talked about weather words like chilly and freezing, clothing like beanies and mittens, and activities like sledding and building snowmen.
We also talked about the feeling of being cozy, eating comfort food, and even some idioms like breaking the ice.
Listeners, we hope this helps you feel more confident when you talk about winter in English. Remember, you don't need big words. Simple sentences like, "It is cold today," or "I'm wearing a scarf" are perfect.
Yes, and a great way to practice is to look out your window every morning and describe the weather in English. Even if you're alone, say it out loud.
That is excellent advice. Or you can learn just one new winter word every day. In 1 month, you will know 30 new words.
And, most importantly, enjoy the season. Go outside, feel the cold air, and then come back in for a nice cup of hot chocolate.
Before we go, let's do a quick recap of our key ideas. Recap of key vocabulary. Weather: chilly, a little cold; freezing, very cold; snowy, icy, and frosty. Clothes: jacket, sweater, scarf, gloves, hat or beanie, and boots. We bundle up in layers. Activities: skiing, snowboarding, ice skating, sledding, and building a snowman. Feelings: cozy, warm and comfortable; festive, joyful; and hibernating, resting. Idioms: break the ice, make people feel comfortable.